Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Transformers Optimus Prime Stage 66 from Fanhome. Let me go ahead and get the book open. And I don't think this is going to be the penultimate stage to the left arm. Big word. Stole it from Wayne. I don't think it's going to be the final stage for the left arm. It's left arm 3, but it is the last part of the pack or shipment that I'm currently on. So let's go ahead and get the parts out. Hopefully it won't take a really long time for them to ship the, well, it is going to take at least a month. So by the time this video posts, hopefully I have the next pack. So we have the arm back plate. Let's see, inner arm and outer arm elbow covers. That would be, looks like they're in multiple bags. We've got many detail parts. We've got a bolt. We've got some screws here, another screw. These look like they would be metal, but they're actually plastic. So let's see what we've got here. And we have some pieces that look like wires. They are rubbery, so that they are bendable. That's a good thing. Okay, so the first thing we need is the arm from a couple stages ago. And I'm looking. These both have A on them again, similar to the last video where the part C and I think it was D had A on them. Let's see, both of these have, no, only one has A. Well, let's see. That must not be one. Okay, it is not the one I was thinking it was. Get this out of the bag. So these are the two elbow cover parts. They are labeled 60. They're 65B and C. This is B, this is C. You can tell them apart based on the size and the position of the hole. So B is the inner, C is the outer. So as I hold this, okay, as I'm holding this like this, this is C, and it is going to go on here, right here, I think. Very interesting the way these look. Is that how that one goes on there? That must be. We look back on the descriptions. C is the outer. This ring is going to be on the outer. I was looking at these backwards, was trying to put them on backwards. So let's see if we can slip C on under here. And you can see a lot of C's going on. There's that shape there, that kind of triangular shape there. That is your guide to where this piece is going to go. I'm looking in here to try and get the pin into the socket for it. There. Whoa, almost threw everything across the room. Let's try this again. Okay, let me see. There I go again. I'm going to take this ring off because the ring is literally blocking me from getting this part in here. Come on. Hopefully you can see this. You're not going to see what I'm trying to look at. It's so odd. I think I might be trying to put them on the wrong side. I am. That's why that one would not line up. Okay, so this one, the one with the larger hole, left arm. Okay, that is the outside. For some reason, this ring is on the inside. It seems to me it should be on the outside. But I didn't design the model, and now those went on just perfect. Come on, focus. So now let me put this back on here. I believe that's right. Yeah, should be. Would help if I would get both pins in. I think that's right. I hope that's right. I've got the magazine where that went on right here. So let me make sure that's right. Nope, that's the hand. Larger portion. Yes, that is right. Okay. Because the problem is the pins are not different sizes. And I keep cranking Optimus's thumb all the way. I was going to say the wrong way, but it's not. Although his thumb will go backwards. That looks extremely painful. Okay, now that I got that done, let's go back to this piece here, and we're going to tape the two discs that were left over in the last issue. Those little discs there. That are going to be, place small elbow disc on each side of the elbow in the grooves. Just like normal. Got a little slot for the tab. Want to make sure your lines are to the outside when you put these in place. And then drop them. Okay, so make sure that those are on there. Let me go ahead and get set up. Last time I did not have the screw ready, which kind of makes it a little bit difficult to get everything in place. So on the screw we need, it should be D, so it's E on the outside, and E is the lock washer. D towards the inside. Okay, opposite of what we did on the last one. Hopefully I did not screw that up. Actually, no, it's not. We put the lock washer out towards the head of the bolt. Pretty sure. Okay, so I've got the lock washer there. Hang on. Got the lock washer on there. Put the flat washer on. Have this ready for when to go through this hole. It is going to go from this side. There's the spot where the nut's going to sit. So we're going to take these discs, put them back into place. Make sure that the lines are towards the outside. And then slide this in here. Come on, get in there. It's interesting that it looks like almost a double articulated joint there. Meaning it's going to bend here. It's going to bend here. Ah, come on. That was smart. But since it looks like those locking discs are going to hold it, it's going to bend here and here. Let me go ahead and get this bolt back in here. Did not yet grab the nut out. Captive nut, self-locking. Knocked it over, almost knocked the bolt loose again. Come on, get on there. I don't feel like I'm that old that I should be having trouble with fine motor skills getting a little nut in there like that. But it appears that I am. Nice. Very nice. It does not, because of this detail piece for the other one, doesn't let you get the wrench on there cleanly. So let me see, because there was the open-ended wrench that we got a while back, and it does fit this nut, or this bolt. Come on. And all I'm doing, I keep slipping off the bolt here. And when I do that, I'm actually not turning the bolt at all, because I get down by the washers. It is far enough. It is far enough that the bolt just, the little wrench actually fits down into the groove, or into the slot where the washers are. And so I wasn't getting any grab on there at all. Let me see if this will fit. Nope. It does fit this way though. Except then you can't get it back out. So we'll go ahead and do a little tighter. I can feel it tensioning up. A little bit more than that. Let me see. That should be good enough. If it holds its own weight, that should be good enough. I'm gonna just a hair more. Yeah, that's gonna be good enough. I'm caught up in the idea, the same place that a lot of people do, that when they do screws or bolts, they tighten them that last little bit and then they snap. So let me take a sip of my tea. And turn off this little heater next to me. I'm just reading real quick. So the next thing we have is this piece here. It's a little pin on the end here. They want that to go. They want it to go here, and it looks like that half moon hang on, there are supposedly in here somewhere there we go. There is a little pin that is going to hold that piece in once I figure out exactly where it goes. So this is going to go in here like this. So let me back up. There's the hole that this is going to go, that this pin is going to go through. And it's going to go through here as well. So is it going to fit? Okay, there's a, let me see if I can get this on camera. There is, oops, hit the light. There is a slot in there that this goes into. And it looks like, oh, there's the problem. I had it in backwards. I had the flat part to the bottom instead of the top because it was not going in far enough to let that pin go through, and I just pushed it too far down. So it's going to line up just like that. You can see the hole going all the way through. That pin comes from, it looks like, this side. I don't think it matters which side it goes through from. It just has to go through. And that thing is moved again. Very, very tight spaces here. Okay, come back up here. Should be good enough. Okay, yeah, it's going through. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but there are striations on here, so you have to, most of the way, you have to push it in. Once it's all the way in, it will hold itself in place. It actually went in pretty well, so let me see if I can do it with just the back end of the tweezers. Almost, not quite as far as I want it. Actually, I was about to grab the handy dandy Leatherman, but instead of that, we grab these pliers, which I've used before on here. Again, they have no striations. That's why I use them. They tend not to put marks on the parts. So there we have that little piece in place. Next thing we do is we take this part here. That goes onto the forearm, I think. Yeah, that's going to go onto the forearm. Again, I think. No, that does not. It goes, there we go. It goes into these pins here, these two, or these pins go into these two holes here. Wow. Okay, it was this that it felt like something was loose on this part that should be solid. But this is going to push on there like that. Let's go to the next page. And this is where it gets a little bit complicated. Don't need these washers. That's an empty bag. We need 2 of the AP screws. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit complicated because we're dealing with the little red parts with the rubber wires coming out. Move these parts out of the way. Or no, we're not. Sorry. We're dealing with these red parts. We don't on this part section. So this is, oh, so I'm looking at it going, where's that part I just put on there? This doesn't look, this is. So I'm not positive which is which, but there is a tab and a keyway. So this should fit on hopefully only one way. Yeah, that's how it's going to go on there. Let me double check this side. So these are going to go on here like that. Let me grab an AP screw. These parts are not connected to each other, so I will put each screw all the way down. I'm just holding them together at this point so they stay in place. The keyway keeps the part from not being in the right spot. Keeps it. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. Let me put this screw in here since I've got it. Yes, so the keyway. Oh, it does not. Okay, I thought that this was going to stay up against this, but what it is actually is a stop. Well, when you bend it, it still keeps these in place. So next we're going to take this piece here, looking for where it goes. Looks like it goes right here. Yeah, it's going to go, we've got these two holes there, these two pins. We're going to put these pins in here like this. There's a hole, not a hole, it's an indentation up here at the top. Looks in the pictures like a hole. This is going to go on there like that. I can feel these may end up breaking because they are a little bit wiggly when you're touching anywhere near them. And then on the other side, we're going to put this piece here, this detailed piece, wider spot to the top, two holes for the pins, two pins. They're going to slot in here like this. Come on. There we go. That actually feels really, I was going to say it feels loose, but it's in there the way it's supposed to. And so that looks like that and like that. These parts here, these parts here. Optimus's thumb is folded over. That's okay. Let's put these tools up here as well. And the screw I've got left over from a while ago. Last parts to go on here are these wires plus the disc here. So the first one, just looking, we have 3 wires here. This is going to go, actually that's what those slots are for. Okay, that makes sense. This is going to go on here. Yeah, we've got that tab there. It should go in this hole here. So let's put this in here. So fragile pieces, I can feel them shift as I'm putting things in place. Okay, that goes from there to where? That tab here goes into this slot here that is not completely closed. It's open a little bit. And I can see that popping loose a lot. But the reason it is that way is so that they can bend. And wow, that is, if you bend this too far, these will pop loose, I'm sure. I certainly hope there's something besides these that are going to stop that elbow joint from bending that and bending any further than that. So the next one we have has 2 wires on one end one spot on the other. This one is going to go in this really tiny pinhole right there. This pin here is going to go in that hole there. See if I can get it in there. Come on. Let me go ahead and bring this down. And then the other end of these, see this one that's curved here, it looks like it's going to go into okay, so the longer one is going to go into this spot here. There's a slot with a pin at the bottom of it. Kind of an odd angle to put this in at. Come on. There. Come on. I keep losing a hold of it. And it's going to be better using just my finger. Come on, get in there. Okay, once it is in place, it just pops straight in. So it goes there. And again, this one runs across that elbow joint. The next one goes, okay, now that I got that one in, I understand how this one's going to go. You have to twist it a little bit, and it pops in right down there, like that. So the first one went here, the second one went here, the other end is here, and we have these. That concerns me. Actually, yep, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. It pops out. If you bend the elbow too far, and that was why, that must be why there's a second articulation here. This will pop out, but it pops out and doesn't break, at least. Let me get this back in here. It sucks getting old, to be honest. Okay. I might eventually glue that. I don't know for sure because I don't want to glue it and have something bend the arm and then break it. And so this one is going to go on the other side that's going to run from this place to this place. Which places they are, I don't know yet. So down under here, reroute that wire a little bit. I think it goes, let's see, let's take a look at the first one. Okay. Up here, there's a slot down in there. This tab on this piece. This tab will fit into that slot. And then this actually falls, I mean, it almost falls into the hole then. Because you got a round hole, a round spot there, and a hole underneath there. I'm going to see if I can do it without pulling the disc off again. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, just to make it a little bit easier on me. Come on. There, now I can get straight into this spot and put that pin in. That's obviously not it because it just kind of wobbled. Okay, never mind. Goes into that slot there. I'd have never gotten it there without with the disc on there. Would never have gone in place. At least not for me. Just a little bit wonky to get it in there, but there we go. Put this back on here. Maybe I should leave it off. I don't know for sure. I understand why they had you put it there because you're putting this part on here. But I've had to take it off twice now. Okay, back in place. On the opposite side here, covering up that nut. Really actually covering up that nut. Double check. Yep. This socket is, or not, this bolt here gets covered by that hole. These two pins go on here. It does not, see, snap the pins of it will only go in one orientation. That wire is going to go underneath there. I'm going to pull it up just a hair. So yeah, goes on there like that. Pulled this wire. Try that, pull it back up a little bit more because it was pinched down inside there, but now it's not. But that, my friends, is all there is to do in this stage. There is a major portion of Optimus Prime's arm. There is a bunch of decorations that have got to go onto it. And this finger is nothing I can do with the finger. It is, the little finger is a little bit loose. But there is his left arm. And that is all there is to do in this stage and this shipment. Straighten out. Guess not. Hope you're enjoying this. I like the way this looks, especially the wires in here. Hopefully something will cover these up or goes in here to stop it from overextending this and popping that loose. But like I said, that is all there is to do in this stage. Enjoying this build a lot. Kind of surprised how much fun this arm was, but haven't gotten to the parts that are going to be very fragile because this Optimus has all kinds of fragile parts. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post new content. Leave a comment. I will answer. Love comments. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video or stream.
Model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.